We are so fortunate to have, first off, a very supportive community here in St. Germain. We have great families, great students, great staff, and we're also very fortunate to be in an amazing physical environment. Our school grounds, we're surrounded by miles and miles of bike trails. We have miles and miles of hiking trails that the kids can cross-country ski on, hike on, do nature scavenging hunts on. So having the solar panels just kind of goes along, I think, with what our mission is here in St. Germain, to teach them those really important lessons about environmental education and things of that nature.
When we sat down and used all the different avenues we had, it really was an economic decision first.
With that money that we save on our utility bills, obviously that gives us more money to be able to put into different programs throughout the district.
Our power bills going down are putting money in kids' classrooms right out of the gates this year because of those savings.
Some of the biggest costs that the district has is, busing, fuel, energy, and those are funds that we aren't being able to use to educate the kids with then. So obviously the priority is for us to be teaching students and student learning. So whenever we can save money in an area such as electricity bills, it allows us to use those funds in a more appropriate way for student learning. That's a huge benefit to the school because of that.
You now have a future where every year your energy bills are lower, and that allows you to say, can we use that savings to help support another teacher or some curriculum materials or other activities that St. Germain Elementary School wants to do.
The other aspect of it, I think, is just the educational advantage of it as well, too, with the students. So not only does it really help us financially, it also creates a great learning opportunity for kids as well, too.
The largest single incentive that St. Germain Elementary School received as part of its installation was the incentive from the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act. And that incentive, knowing that that was going to be there, was what absolutely cemented the ability of St. Germain Elementary to proceed with installing solar.
The IRA portion of the savings was a $111,000 check back to us from the government. So we were able to take that off the total cost of the project. It helped us immensely. We were able to reduce the payback of the system from a 12-year down to a 5.9. So it really did help with, going forward with the project.
The IRA being available for schools and churches was a huge opening. The opportunity to save that money directly really helps the taxpayers from day one. That's more direct savings to your school and church right out of the gates, and I think that's a big incentive, and it probably will push it over the edge for some churches and schools to do a project.
If the Inflation Reduction Act is eliminated or changed so that it no longer provides tax incentives for not-for-profits, it will simply mean that there are many school districts that will look at the challenge of adding solar and they just won't be able to do it.
I think many times the connection between Washington, D.C. and small rural America gets lost. When a person asks what happens to my tax dollars in a small rural community, and here it ended up in St. Germain, Wisconsin, the IRA for us, it helps everybody. It doesn't matter where you're coming from or what your views are. It really is saving us money. And I see it as a true investment for the long-term success of our district and our community.